back, everyone. My name is Wesley. A couple days ago, we dropped a video about the gubernatorial in Kentucky. Yep. And then later that day, we had to release an update saying, hey, something's fishy. Matt Bevin saying, I want an investigation. Now, more people have been coming forward. You may see that some people have said, hey, why am I registered as a Democrat in a state that I don't live in anymore? We take this further for you. We've gone the extra steps, and I'm going to tell you in a moment. But first, please like, share, subscribe. As you know, Big Tech is censoring us, and what you're going to see right now is why. It's why Big Tech is censoring us. Share this video, especially if you got friends in Kentucky. Share this with them. Comment below. Have a conversation. Let people walk into a good conversation. People need to see what we are talking about and why this is important. Okay. Where to start? So, Matt Bevin and Andy Bashar, they were 0.35% apart from each other in the final count. That's less than 1%. That's less than 0.5%. That's extremely, extremely close. Every other Republican won in a landslide, except for the governorship. It's a bit odd. And I'm taking you deeper into this. Oh, where do we start? Okay, so general election, November 5th. Primary, May 21st. Keep that in mind. All right. So this is a complaint. Plaintiffs, the Kentucky Democrat Party. Defendants, State Board of Elections for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Honorable Andy Bashir, Attorney General. What was he doing on October 10th? He was a candidate for governor. He was running for governor. And here he is, acting in his capacity as an attorney general, dealing with a complaint from the Democrat Party, his party, about the rolls being purged, the voter rolls being purged. And you know what? Have you ever looked at your cell phone? You go through the text and you're like, you know what? I don't know this person. And you just delete them. And then you keep going through it. And you start deleting all these people you don't know. You're purging old data. It's completely normal. Every state purges their voter rolls. It is completely normal, legal, and highly encouraged. Because in a period of 5 years or so, or a period of 8 years, a lot of people move out of state. It's completely normal to purge the rolls. The only qualification for it is people don't re-register, or people don't answer to the summons they get in the mail saying, hey, are you still here? I mean, we throw that crap in our trash can anyway. This is what this is about. Complaint for injunctive relief and request for declaration of rights. So in here, they're actually arguing, and you're going to have links to all this. They're arguing that if we purge these 175,000 voters from the rolls, and when they show up to vote, they won't be able to vote. Well, okay, they haven't answered any summons. And again, the real funny thing here is that Andy Bashar, the candidate for governor and the attorney general, is the one dealing with this. That's conflict of interest. That can easily be considered a conflict of interest. And nowhere does it say he recuses himself. He shouldn't be on there. It should be saying, Honorable so-and-so acting on behalf of the Attorney General. And you are welcome to read all of this stuff. I will give it to you. Oh, now, notice this state. October 10th. Here's the order. The response to the complaint. October 14th, 4 days later. When does anything in the court system have a 4-day turnaround time? That's a bit mind-boggling, really. So in here, Kentucky Democrat Party versus State Board of Elections for the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and Allison Lundgren Grimes in her official capacity as Chief Election Officer. So they were smarter here by not including the Attorney General, but still, 4 days apart. Now let's go back and look at this. Voter registration deadline, October 7th. So some states have same-day registration, like here in Georgia. I was able to do same-day registration. I was lazy about it. Kentucky does not. All right, they had their deadline was October 7th. And remember, they actually voted just a few days ago. What was it, the 6th? So they had time ahead of time. So the important thing to pull from this is after everybody registers, after October 7th, all you have to do is look at the rolls. How many Democrats are registered? How many Republicans are registered? That pretty much gives you your answer right there as to who's voting and what the possible turnout's going to be. You can easily look at that and say, hey, we have a lot more Republicans on here than Democrats. Okay, now let's go back over here. Now this isn't a searchable document, which makes it a little annoying. But let's go down here. So they identify the master list, which is everyone that is registered to vote and has not gone beyond that what do you call it? Hasn't gone beyond that time of not being active, not registering. So the master voter list right here. And then the separate list, the second separate list, contains the names of approximately 175,000 Kentucky voters that may be stricken in the future due to their failure to return a copy of the 8D2 postcard sent to their registered address. Okay. Perfectly normal. Like I said, most of us throw that crap in our trash cans anyway. But that is the official way they do it in Kentucky. So let's go here to the bottom, because this is just this is 34 pages of talking. It's very painful to read, but you are welcome to do it, especially if you live in Kentucky. Wherefore, the plaintiff's motion for injunctive relief is hereby granted. The State Board of Elections and Secretary Grimes are ordered to return all Kentucky voters to one master voter list. Okay. Put this together a little deeper. The master voter list is a list of voters that are registered. Okay? The 175,000 voters they were trying to purge were not registered. They weren't trying to register. Registration deadline is October 7th. So, by order of law, by this court order, on October 14th, those 175,000 voters were re-registered 7 days after the deadline. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but that looks a little voter fraud-ish. Heck, it's complete garbage. Complete garbage. Let's go deeper here. Even here on the official Kentucky.gov website. Not a Ballotpedia like I was just looking at. General election application deadlines. October 7th, 2019. States right there. Verify your registration status. Registered Kentucky voters can check their registration status at any time by using... Let's see what this does. Right click. Open new tab. Bam! So this is one of those things, especially if you live in Kentucky. Or if you have a friend or relative that lives in Kentucky, send this to them. Send this website to them. Review your registration. they can get on here, type in their name, date of birth, last name, and they can see whether or not they've been accidentally re-registered as a Democrat. Spread this, let everyone know. Remember, like, share, subscribe, share, especially if you know someone in Kentucky. All right, that's what I have for you. Get the information out there because this smells bad.